Hi guys, it's Jerry. So I'm gonna do a story time and start doing Storytime Thursdays. So my story times will be posted on Thursdays. Trying to get into more of a groove. So the first story time I'm gonna tell you about is this little cut on my this little cut on my wrist and how I got it. So yeah, it happened in 3rd grade. I got up. I mean, we lived 30 minutes from the school, so we had to get up at 6 every morning. We started school at 7:15, so we had to be up at 6. So I woke up at 6 o'clock that morning, got up, got showered, and I was walking into my room naked. Yes, and I was holding a dog, and the dog decided to jump out of my hand, and I fell back like that and hit my head on my desk. Crazy, right? So I had a loft bed, that way you know, and then my dresser was like, okay, right there. So it's my dresser and my bed, and it was like there was this tiny little space I had to go through because my bed wasn't against the wall. I had it like off the wall, so I had like a little corner to play in, a little play corner. I'm like, I wish I had pictures, but I don't, sorry. But the window was leaning against my desk, and it was out of the windowsill because my window was right where our trampoline was, and we lived in a trailer, and right outside the trampoline, like my window, you could jump onto the trampoline. So my brother and his friends would always come over and go through my window to jump onto the trampoline. So yeah, so I got up that morning all high and mighty, like, oh, it's fine. Dog jumps on my arm, falls back, knocks me out. Nobody comes and checks me right away. My mom swears she did, but I don't think she did. I swear she didn't, because I woke up screaming, and they came, my brother and my mom. They got me picked up. My mom got me dressed, and I got a towel wrapped around my wrist. I showed my brother my cut, but I refused to show my mom. I was like, no, you gotta take me to the hospital. And I was like, no, you have. And she's like, you gotta show me so I know if I actually have to take you to the hospital. No, I was like, no, you're already taking me to the hospital. You're gonna have to. She drove me to the hospital without seeing it until we got to the hospital. Got checked in. The doctor was one of my brother's best friend's dads. It wasn't my brother's best friend yet. They met probably 2 years later, and his son lived in Denver at the time and transferred to our school and lived with his dad after that point. Well, me, I'm afraid of like needles and stuff, and the doctor came, looked at it, and thought he could just sew me right up. And my mom was like, no, you're gonna have to knock her out. And I was like, no, you're not gonna touch me with the needle. No, you're not. So they tried to do it with me awake, and my mom was like, told you, like, and I stood up onto the gurney with my fist ready to punch the doctor. And yeah, the doctor remembered me because I didn't know it was that doctor. My brother's best friend dad was the doctor, and I've been to his house so many times, and I was like, he looks familiar. So that'll be like another story eventually about that. Well, they finally called in to the nurse, and a few minutes later, the nurse walks in. They had the sleeping stuff, so I stood up trying to fight him again, and I fell right into the needle and to another needle. So they knocked me out, sewed me up. I had, I want to say 6 stitches when it happened, and yeah, it was crazy. And I literally remember waking up not being able to walk, and I was very loopy. Yeah. And I remember when I woke up, I told my brother, my aunt worked there, and I told my aunt came and checked on us because my mom had to go to work, and so she got left in charge of us while she was at work. So that doesn't make any sense, but my dad ended up coming, and my other aunt, I think, came as well. My mom ended up taking us home, and my brother stuck with me, but like my brother was like in 5th grade or 6th grade, I don't remember. But he was there, and I told my brother to come here, and I told him, I'm so sorry for making you miss a day of 5th grade. He was in 5th grade, because I was like, so sorry, and he's like, it's fine, you're okay. So I think he just missed school. I think he was just sick. My brother hardly missed school, like, growing up. Like, it was so rare for him to miss school. So yeah, and then I got the stitches out a week later and have my scar ever since. And it was like, if I ever become big enough, you'll get to see the scar. That's one of my scars. I have a few, and I'll tell the story about them. And I'm gonna have my friends come into these, tell stories that they want to tell, or stories about me. I'm fine. I have so many funny stories that's happened to me, and I feel like you guys would love to hear them. But I thought that would be a good one to start off with. It's not too crazy. It is a little crazy, but it's not too much. So hopefully you all like and subscribe and turn on your post notifications, and please blow me up. You got this, guys. Like, thank you. Have a wonderful day.